Welcome once again to a beautiful program which we are having and which is known as Nostalgia, in which we talk about our teachers in school. The school is St. Francis School in Lucknow, and today I have the privilege of talking to two outstanding sportsmen. Outstanding in the sense that they were really outstanding. I had the privilege of playing with one of them, and one of them happened to be junior to me, but the kind of stories I hear about Dr. Munshi, who is the other gentleman here, is amazing. And together we will talk about our coach, Mr. Joe Parker, who happens to be the father of Brian. But to me and to Munshi, he was an absolutely outstanding individual, with such a soft voice, but a very commanding instruction that would come from him. So, Brian and Munshi Saab, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Rizvi bhai.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you. Bye.
yes, let me first say, Brian,
Yes.
obviously, being the son of such a legend must be daunting in itself. But how does it feel, or rather, how did it feel earlier on when everybody would feel, oh, you're the son of Mr. Joe Parker?
Well, to be very honest, it was very amazing. And as far as my memory can recall, basically I saw him.
Don't worry, these are the calls,
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brian.
So as far as my memory goes, I know that I think in the first or second standard when he gave me my first hockey stick. It was a big hockey stick. I mean, a normal size hockey stick, but he sawed off the top, to make it convenient for me, to play. And that is my first memory of my father on the ground.
Lovely.
Now, what I actually has impacted me, and what I very clearly and distinctly recollect, is the passion that he had for his work. He was a very disciplined person, and I always saw him get up in the morning on time, and he was in school on time, and always in his formal dress. That is because of this morning school. And then he would come back in the afternoon, change into his PT uniform, and again back in office and with the boys.
Yeah.
And the passion that he had is something which really impacted me then and continues to impact me even today. So
Brian, where was he born? Which area was he born in?
He was, Dad was born in Lakhimpur Kheri.
Oh, okay. So he was very much around Lucknow only.
Yeah. He was there. Then he joined the army.
Okay.
This was the British Army.
Okay. Yeah.
And then he was active in the Second World War.
Okay.
He got the Victoria Medal Cross or something. I remember those medals I saw at home much later, of course.
Yeah.
Then he took premature retirement after the partition of India.
Yes.
I think after 1947 he quit the army, and he was basically looking for a job, and he got employment as a PT instructor in St. Francis high school. That time it used to be.
Okay.
And,
yeah. Brian, just a minute. Let me just bring in Munshi. Munshi, you're there? No, he's actually on another line. Okay. So let's continue. So Mr. Parker was an outstanding hockey player. Munshi, are you there? Hello.
Yeah, I'm there. Tell me.
Munshi, you just heard. I just heard Brian. We just heard Brian telling us that actually, Sir was from the British Army. He was part of the British Indian Army, and he was,
no discipline.
Yeah, and he was a winner of some of these medals also. Isn't it amazing that a man of such high caliber, Munshi, he becomes your coach.
Yeah.
He becomes your coach. How
The thing that I want to mention here is
yes.
कि very few people in very few schools these days, they remember the teachers who teach them physics, chemistry and mathematics and other things, but very few physical trainers or PT teachers or physical training teachers are remembered so fondly like Mr. Joe Parker. The reason is he loved the sport and he loved the children who played the sport with equal passion. So this was the beauty of that man. If he saw talent, he recognized it, he nurtured it, he called them to the playfield, saw how good they were, formed a team and developed a team spirit. And he used to always take out a pen and paper and draw a plan as to how to attack, how to defend each particular, because I used to play football and I played hockey, Lal Bahadur Shastri Junior. We won also a brand. Remember, we have a photo of that under 5 feet, and this 5 feet thing was there. You know, anybody who's below 5 feet can play up to class 7 or 8 or something.
Right,
So
right.
Mr. Parker had put such values into us in the sporting field, which we carry with ourselves till date.
Munshi Saab, could we
No
hold on?
problem.
Munshi Saab, we are approaching the time limit for the program, and you brought in actually a wonderful part of Mr. Parker. That was the planning, the strategizing,
Yeah.
and whether it was
Yeah.
hockey or football, Mr. Parker had his eyes very clear where he wanted his boys to be. But we will continue that
Yes.
into the second episode. Do stay with us. Don't go away, both of you. And I shall come back and record for the second episode. Okay, gentlemen, just hold on for a moment so that we can finish this episode, and I'll come back to you. And friends, that was a talk with Dr. Munshi, a very prominent doctor in Lucknow. Brian Parker. Brian is a very prominent member in Mumbai. All of us, we actually ran on the same backfield and the same front field in St. Francis in the 70s. Thank you very much for listening, and till the time we meet again, bye-bye.